right there.
I mean, what? This is winners bracket finals or semifinals. What is it called?
I think it's final. It's winners final.
This is the last race in the winners bracket before grand finals.
This is the last time in the tournament where two players that have never lost are gonna fight each other.
Yeah. So I'm expecting something really good.
Yeah, and you guys can probably do your predictions on who's gonna win this one. Still time. We're gonna start in about 20 seconds.
I gotta get in on that.
oh. See, the gambling's already starting and the seed hasn't even started. But it's spoiler alert, we don't actually need to gamble, but that's fine because the crowd is gonna gamble for them.
It should be a fun one. The right channel here.
And we are starting. So, I don't know if you saw. They're both starting on Diamond Step. Diamond Step would be amazing if we had Diamond Step early to do, but not today. And our 4 dungeons for tonight are Dragon Roost Cavern, Tower of the Gods, Forsaken Fortress, and Wind Temple. So we're gonna get some good music. Right, jwiste adding for outset straight away.
This is an interesting choice from Jay, in my opinion, just with where some things are laid out.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, honestly. There's a nice little sub thing in Grandma's basement today, as shown by the fact that Jay's going there. Nice little grappling hook.
And Jar is going to be doing Lenzo Dark Cancel. He's doing it blind. So that's why you can't see right now.
Yeah.
But once he gets inside, his eyesight will come back.
Eventually.
Jay grabbed that grapple and is heading out. He's going to go over to Mother and Child Isle.
Not too surprised there. Can't wait to see what he's going to do with that island, because there's many things that you can do here. Going for a little chest storage. Are we seeing the double? Are we seeing the double? Yes, we are. And while driving into trouble.
I think Jay is going to be taking this down to Western Ferry, actually.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. There's a little something waiting for us there today.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile,
Jar gets into Lenzo's. He's going to grab both chests.
Yeah, there's power bracelets, which they looked useless until I discovered that we need to go to Fire Mountain, which is in Savage Labyrinth today.
Yep, I didn't notice that until Mont made me look.
So it's the smallest of uses. It is going to be nice for a few other things. One of our dungeons is behind a rock that is breakable with other means, but easiest with that.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay now inside the Western Ferry.
Jarhead is going to be saving Tingle here.
Oh yes, saving Tingle. That's what that guy does, saving people. Oh, nice treasure chart 22. We're gonna need that one. My favorite.
And we get the hammer.
Very nice.
And the delivery bag on Jay's side. So the delivery bag is required for a couple things this seed, actually.
Yep, quite a few little things. We're gonna need to do a side quest. We're gonna need some mail to deliver. It's gonna be quite useful today.
Both players are warping. Jarhead going to Mother and Child now, and Jay going to Windfall. So they're switching spots.
Probably gonna do the exact same things that the other one did.
Well, Jar does have the hammer now, so he might just do Forsaken Fortress at this point.
Yeah, that is actually a really good point. I forgot that the hammer was on our friend Tingle today.
Indeed.
quite the scary weapon for the guy he is. I knew he was good with maps, but apparently he's also really good at hitting people with the skull of his enemies.
Apparently. So yeah, I think Jar is actually gonna go to Forsaken Fortress at this point.
Yeah, just gotta see where the swim takes him.
Oh yes, if you are photosensitive, please look away from these super swims.
Yeah, not a bad idea. If you're not, though, kind of cool to look at. Once in a while, they start swimming up walls, and it's fantastic.
So it looks like he's aiming towards Forsaken Fortress. So we're actually gonna see our first Oh, maybe not if we sploosh.
It's okay. Splooshing actually gives us back our hair, so we got some time to charge a new super swim and try again.
But yeah, so we'll see Jarhead do our first boss here.
Meanwhile, jwiste, the delivery bag, actually going for the town flower on Zaneri. Because yes, I did say trading side quests. We are gonna need to do that. We are now inside the fortress. Everything is possible through the power of swimming through walls. Now climbing up. Next trick is gonna look easy because our runners are amazing, but it can be a little hard to hit that loading zone without a leaf. So, congrats, Jar.
So Jay is now sailing. I think he's going over to Crescent Island.
Crescent Moon as a nice little gift for us today. Something very useful.
Some people might call it their favorite item.
It is a lot of people's favorite. You gotta be honest. It's one of those items that when you don't have it, the whole scene feels a little sad.
True.
Deku Leaf.
Sweet, sweet leaf.
Deku Leaf, fly us over the moon, the Crescent Moon.
And Jar is taking on that bird. And it looks like Jay is going to be doing the same thing, but he's not getting chest storage since he already used Mother and Child Isle.
I'm gonna have to use friendly fire to get into the fortress.
Yep, we don't have those bombs, at least not yet.
Yeah, swimming a little away from the bear. Oh, and Jar apparently messing up a little setup because on his stream you could read the words, "The no fell into the right spot."
I guess we'll
friendly
see.
fire starting. And no, Silong, to answer your question, this is not the last one of the tournament. This is the last match of winners brackets. Basically, there's a whole losers bracket still going on, and the winner of losers bracket is going to come back against the winner of this race later.
Yes, so we have another race in losers bracket that's happening later this week.
Very good one too.
Yeah, that will be one that you don't want to miss. And then the winner of that race will face the loser of this one.
Oh man!
So we still got a few more races to go before grand finals.
There we go. Sorry, taking care of the bird even after not being sure that he landed in the right spot. Meanwhile, Jay grabbing a nice little orange rupee that was on the way. Not a bad idea. Yep. We do need money.
Do need a little bit of money in the seed. I think you need a total of 65. Or no, you'll need 70, I think.
And thank you, Chungus McKeet, for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Queen Godzaria has been found.
But yeah, you need 70 rupees total, so that orange rupee covers all of that for Jay.
Yes, we kind of need exactly the same amount as we would need in a regular seed. Nice mirror shield for Jay.
Yeah, so Jay did grab Wing God's Aria, which it can help get a check that we need later. but it's not necessary to get that check, I guess. So we'll see if that saves time or not.
I mean, it is a necessary item, but there's ways around using it.
Yes.
But to be fair to Jay, it was literally on the weight of his mirror shield.
True.
We
So
were
yeah,
at the top jail.
Jar did actually grab the same rupee as well, so he's got the 100 rupees there to get him through this seed. But he did not grab Wind God's Aria.
Interesting thing to note, Jay is actually doing the glitchless strat since we got here without chest storage. So it's another nice way to get through the dungeon really quick.
Yeah.
Also one that he's really familiar with because if I remember right, jwiste is actually like an HD glitchless runner. So it's like second nature to him. And Jar now on Great Fish.
He's gonna go right past it and go over to Western, where we saw Jay grab his delivery bag. So he'll be able to grab those checks.
Oh man, I love the idea of Pogi winning in chat because my dog also agrees with that one. Ooh, sacrifice RNG. Don't know. We need it here. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, Jay. You got this. The RNG is on your side. Meanwhile, Jar now on Western.
Actually gonna grab the mail here.
Bad idea.
Not the tingle mail though.
That's a shame. I always like to grab that one.
Grabbing letter from Errol, which has a bottle.
Oh, we do know that this guy loves to actually go out of his way to save Grandma.
Thankfully for this seed, it's not very out of the way though, because
no, it's not that out.
He still hasn't grabbed his grappling hook from under her basement.
And there's also another little something on that island, so...
There is. We talked about it earlier, so...
Yeah.
We'll get to see that soon, maybe.
If you guys were following, you would know. Now I feel like a math teacher.
Quiz time!
Oh no. I don't like quiz. They're rough. They get everywhere. Nice fairy right there for Jar. Grabbing a bottle before going in was a good idea. Grabbing that fairy on the way.
Jay landing in about the same spot that Jar did, so should go well for him.
Pretty fast, even. Pretty fast.
That bird's eager to be defeated.
He just wants to get it over with. He's like an actor on a bad day. He's like, nah, not feeling it. Just smash. Come on. I ain't got holiday. I got bird things to do. And looks like Jar is putting his boat in the repo zone again.
I think he'll be changing it today, though, so he won't be illegally parked.
Aww. But he was parked there for like half a day. That's still illegal.
And Jay is going to get his first Triforce shard.
Yeah, both are runners following each other pretty close, honestly.
Yeah, there's not a lot to do differently, really, in this seed. At least in my interpretation of it.
I see people asking for Greg in this one. Starbelt, Archipelago, Sunken Treasure.
Yeah, it's a little out of the way, guys.
Please no. I did look at all the meme items, so...
Yeah, all of them were in unfortunate locations.
I think my favorite one has to be Hero's Charm, which is behind doing golf on horseshoe. You become the hero of golf. It's amazing.
So Jar is about to grab his leaf, and it looks like Jay is going to be doing the trading with the Goron.
Nice Deku Leaf. Never say no to Deku Leaf.
Yeah, you kind of can't in this. Well, I guess you could, but why would you want to?
You could if you're crazy enough. I mean, there's something very, very important behind it, but
You know, it's fine.
if you're crazy enough, if you revolutionize the game enough, maybe.
Yeah. So Jar is going to enter the Forbidden Woods entrance. This is going to be a secret cave, but I don't remember which one. Okay, yeah, I know which one it is.
Remember which one it is? We're gonna make good use of what's on our back right now. That's my little spoiler for people that know.
Yeah, this is the only place that's going to be useful in this seed.
Pretty much. Thankfully, it was not that far out of the way.
True.
Also, talking about not that far out, Angular is pretty close to this island, so kind of fits. Meanwhile, Jay doing some blind lens door cancel. He seems to be going well. Jar finishing the puzzle. Not in the intended way, but
Do we ever do anything the intended way?
nothing is intended in this island, especially not the gravity. Oh god.
True.
Isaac Newton is rolling in his grave.
So Jar now has a bow.
Very interesting item. We need three of
we
those.
might see DRC next. Or not.
Oh,
he's
outset.
He's gonna maybe go save Grandma?
Looks like it. Meanwhile, Jay grabbing his power bracelets.
He does need to get that grapple before doing DRC, so...
It's a bit hard to finish it without it, isn't it?
You know, I'm not the smartest sometimes when it comes to
Beetle
running.
20. Beetle 20 time.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
and
Beetle.
we'll be able to mail that, too, shortly.
Yeah, not a bad idea to mail it before going to Grandma if he does, because nice time tradition.
It's a little expensive to do so here, though.
It's fine. We're rich.
I think he has enough rupees, but you know.
We're rich. We got the whole 100 rupees. Like, I can't even remember the last time I had $100. It's amazing.
I feel that. Jay getting a shard from Manenko here.
Look at that guy flashing some gold YM ear. Just making jokes about being poor. And yes, that picture was really bad. I don't know if I'm the only runner that does this, but I actually like take time to take good pictures. Not a good investment, but I sure do it. Are also getting a piece of the Triforce from Vital's mom. While Jay going to buy no to mom. While Jar is actually healing Grandma.
Gonna get some soup.
Nice soup. Also the good feeling of saving someone. That's the one thing we're gonna get though. But, still, it's pretty nice. Goodbye, Grandma. Thank you for the grapple, even if we stole it before. That's a true reward from saving Grandma today. Grapple.
So I think Jar will do one more check over here on Outset.
Would make sense considering what we saw before the race.
And
we have some insider information.
Jay's gonna go into Angular next.
Also a pretty good idea.
Jar saying hello to the pig.
Hello, pig. How you doing today? And using that roof to get to the Savage Labyrinth head. A little faster than going all the way to the end of the island. Little harder though.
Yeah, gotta do some leaf pumps to get that one. But
Leaf
we're
bumps.
in Fire Mountain now.
Let's get. To be fair, it would be amazing to have like an active volcano that close to where we grew up. Could use geothermal energy or something. All right, what does Fire Mountain have for us today? Guess we're not gonna see. Thank you, Keys. Thank you, Keys.
It was bombs.
Yeah, a pretty bad place to store bombs when you think about it.
Yeah,
Surprising they never exploded, but
probably not safe.
shoving a bomb into the keys. Yep, we did that before even having the power to use them.
Jay is now over at Dragon Roof's Island, so there's a couple things here as well. It looks like he's going to first go into this entrance, which actually holds a dungeon.
You guys are gonna see they move, but not very far.
Yeah, so
it-
DRC didn't move much.
It's the equivalent of moving to a different apartment in the same building. Meanwhile, Jar doing some trading. I do love that Jay actually used the pot to fight the Bacablas here, considering that we have a sword right now.
So there's actually quite a bit to grab in DRC today.
There is really like a few things, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's going for storage. Not for the cutscene, but another one.
It looks like Jar is at Islet now.
Out of steel. Meanwhile, Jay getting the first shot in one shot. Get the platform down. Missing the second. Getting the other one. Alright, what are we gonna get on Islet of Steel today? You guys have any guesses? Because I know. I'm just not spoiling it.
We get our first Master Sword.
Yeah, and an intense conversation with the floor tile. That's my favorite. Oh, Jar trying to warp out of the island.
Yeah, you can't do that, Jar. Sorry.
Yeah, even top runners make mistakes, apparently. When winners bracket finals, and still TDs. You were ready to see Cycle show up in Jarsh. That would have been funny.
And it looks like Jar is actually going to head into DRC as well.
Interesting.
Using a bomb instead of bracelets.
Also interesting. All right, Jar actually using the sword here. Not a bad idea by Jar to grab the first sword before heading into a dungeon. Always nice to get that double damage.
Definitely, yeah.
Could even go for quad damage with that soup in the inventory.
True, he's stacking up. These bokoblins are not wanting to die for Jay here.
Yeah, starting to hit them with a stick instead. Hoping to finish the job with the stick and being able to move to light up the torches. Right, one rope down for Jar. Meanwhile, chest spawning on jwiste side. What are we gonna see? Torch.
We're not gonna see any item, that's for sure.
Yeah, but we're gonna see a cool trick.
Yes, of course.
I only live for the cool tricks. Waiting for the warp pod to open. Start getting a nice little small key. Jay trying to climb on that wall here. To
This
then
is not a trick that I see often, but it's really cool when I see it.
very nice. Jar getting burned there. It's all part of an RNG manipulation. I swear.
I think it was planned.
It was planned. And meanwhile, Jay getting fire and ice arrows from the bird's nest. Thank you, bird. What a wild seed we have today. We got like 2 nice birds in the same seed.
Yes,
And
so
yes.
Jay grabbed a heart container. That's what he stored in pot room.
That's a very nice thing to store,
It's always
That-
nice to have extra health, that's for sure.
especially when you don't have soup.
Mhm.
That effort all art can just save you on Ganon at the end. Because one Ganon combo can do 3 hearts of damage, not 4. And Jay grabbing the hook shot here.
It looks like Jar is just behind Jay in the dungeon. He's grabbing his hook shot now too.
One day it would happen. Start waiting for the elevator there. Goblins don't stand a chance. Jay opting to get the ice arrows out instead of going for another pot. Not a bad idea, but the platform spawning below the lava? Oh, there we go. It's here.
Yeah, using ice arrows there can kind of be a little bit finicky, but
Works.
just gotta be patient.
It works. I mean, it's not like the devs ever thought we would do that. Oh, Jar going for the leaf strats here. You have to not miss your ledge grabs, or else.
Yeah, but it was pretty fast getting over there.
Yeah, very fast. Jay now entering the same room as Jar.
Looks like
Getting-
Jar is actually getting storage on the right side.
There's plenty of ways to get it in this room. Kinda depends on what you want to do.
Mhm.
Getting storage on the right, but then going on the left of the door. Come on, Jay, you had to go on the right of the door, because you got storage left. They are a pretty bad team when it comes to synchronized chest storage.
So both runners are in the boss almost at the same time. Jay is a little bit behind, but not by much.
Yeah, it's really, really close. The battle of the Jays is in full motion right now. And yes, there is someone mentioning in the chat with soup. doing a one Psycho Goma is in the works for Jar if he wants to.
Mm-hmm. Or I think with Master Sword it doesn't work. If I'm remembering correctly.
Interesting.
I think with Master Sword you don't want to do it with Soup. If that makes sense.
It does. There's many strats,
But
CTL. Many strats.
I could be wrong. Please correct me if I am.
I usually go for the sentence. I am probably wrong. Please correct me. That's
Yeah.
fine though. Going for. Oh my god, this is really close. Goma being a bit mean to Jay there. And while Jarhead finishing the fight.
And Jay should be done right now, yeah.
Eye is flying on the left. Meanwhile, the bus is shuffling on the right. It's really close, guys.
Alright, thank you, Elijah, for the clarification.
Yeah, we need you guys in chat to correct all the misinformation that we are giving. Jar rolling straight into the Triforce Shard. That's number 3 for Jar.
It's also going to be number 3 for Jay as well.
Yep, we only need 5 more. Oh man. We are getting judged. Having a bit of
Not
trouble
only
with
are
this
we getting
trick.
judged, we're getting judged by Jwiste86.
Fine. That's like a bootleg crane.
Yeah, well, for Jar does have hookshot, so he could have hookshot the
As shown
mailbox,
on Jay's,
but you know.
as shown on Jay's side, also could have just lifted the rock instead of going around it.
And now Jay actually pulling ahead.
Yeah, Jay just taking the lead barely, a staircase away. And this volcano's looking very, very cold today. Oh, Jar taking the lead back by doing the roll instead.
It's so close.
Wow. Look at that synchronized save warping. Oh man, thank you, Parker, for blaming Trez instead of us.
We appreciate it greatly.
We need it. The roll is a little faster if you take time to aim with the hookshot, basically. The fastest you are with the hookshot, the less fast the roll is. It is the finals we deserve. We are getting served today. Jarhead parking again in the repo zone. Meanwhile, Jay now back on outset. We have Oakshot. It's going to be easy to get Savage Labyrinth, which is Fire Mountain today. Completely ignoring grammar. Meanwhile, Jar getting Deluxe Pick the Box.
Gonna go take a picture of Minenko.
They're both gonna get the shard about the same time again. So Jar getting shard number 5. Followed very closely by Jay.
Jay is gonna get bombs here, actually.
Yeah, that is true. Don't know why my head decided that there was a shard.
I can't remember which shard he's missing.
Might be Note to Mom.
Might be.
Meanwhile, Jar heading for paw print. We're not interested by the same cave as usual. We are interested by the side cave here. Gonna be a little something. Very impressive.
Yeah, it has to be the Nochimon one that he's missing. So I believe he sent the letter already, so he can just grab that whenever.
Impressive to see how much tower they fit in that little side island there.
So there's
And now
also a
in-
couple of things in Tower of the Gods too that we need.
Yeah, there's a few things here that are very interesting. Seems like Jay is following Jar straight into the dungeon too.
So yeah,
uh,
a lot of stuff is actually in the dungeons for this seed, which makes it a pretty fast one actually.
I don't
This
think
is
we're gonna be here for a long time, honestly.
well, it's Tower of the Gods. So.
Iron boots to make us slower. Thank you, Seed.
But yeah, all 4 dungeons have at least one item in them. I don't remember what the last dungeon all has.
Well, it will depend on which one is the last dungeon for them.
Well, this is their 3rd dungeon, so they only have 1 left.
All right, Forstigate Fortress. Forstigate Fortress is a dungeon.
It's a pseudo dungeon, yeah.
I always forget that it is. It's always in the same place. I don't like
According to race mode, it's a dungeon.
Aww. Can't wait for Grandma's basement to be recognized as a dungeon. Shooting the eye above the skull. Jay's side, meanwhile, the bombable wall for Jar. The explosion knocking Jar straight into the room there. Savage 450 is a dungeon. Oh god. I like this. I'm actually not against that. But I'd request one little modification. Put the trials on floor 51. Now that's a dungeon. 4 bosses. Amazing. Seems like Jay is waiting for the water cycle there.
Yeah. I was like, what's he waiting for? Duh. Can't really enter the room when it's underwater.
It's a bit hard. You need to change the code in the game to allow you to open doors underwater. I don't think it's legal. Jay also going for the bomb boost into the room here. Oh, that grotto randomizer would be amazing. Every single floor of Savage would lead to somewhere.
That would be interesting to watch. But I would not want to play that.
I would.
Though it would be very easy to enter different things, I suppose.
Yep.
But how would that work to get to the next floor? Would you have to like defeat the dungeon before it?
Jay falling in the water and trying to go for the leafless strat as a backup, sadly falling into the void. Are going for the first statue here. It's a shame to see Jay fall into the void here, because that race was looking mighty close. Everything you guys are saying in chat is evil, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it, yes. Send me the build.
So what forced item are we gonna get from the stone tablet today?
Oh, I do love some forced items.
I didn't even look, to be honest.
I forgot.
Oh, it's
Oh,
just the map.
That's a nice map.
We won't get
Finally,
lost.
we know where we were going. There's another forced item on the way that I know about. It's very important,
Yes,
though.
but that forced item actually is required.
It's not required if you don't want to finish the game.
True.
It's all a matter of perspective. If you don't mind losing, no item is required.
Also true.
Jay gonna give me a second round of one of my favorite tricks pretty soon. Jack's clip is coming. Do love me some Jack's clip. Are going for another little statue skip here. And you guys are just revolutionizing the game right now. That's the best way to be undefeated. Just don't play. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have you know, I didn't lose a round in this turn.
Me neither.
Come on,
Maybe
we're
we
going to
are
grand
qualified.
finals.
Maybe we're qualified to commentate then. I have you know that it is 0 for 0. Let's go, guys.
But yeah, completely undefeated. So...
Undefeatable. That's how you play like 5D chess with Wicker Randomizer right there. Get Jarvik a bit of a scuff room right there.
That bubble was determined.
Yeah, that bubble just wanted us dead. Meanwhile, Jay having a bit of trouble too funding the void about at the same time as Jar, so the void was not avoidable apparently. But yeah, that bubble. That's an employee of the seed if I ever saw one.
Definitely in the running for employee of the seed.
If he gets beaten, I'm just surprised.
And we
And
get
that's
another
another sword.
master sword.
Never say no to a sword. Those are too nice.
So Jay is working on skipping command melody for the second statue. And Jar is drinking soup before heading into the third statue's room.
And Jay, successful in his attempt. Keep common melody there. Went very well, actually. Waiting for the platforms now. Oh yes, I do love to see the soup command being spammed. Give me a minute.
So
I'm back.
Jar having welcome back. Having no issue getting the third statue here. At least in the first room. We know that keys can be an issue in the next room here.
Yeah, it's usually about getting it back.
Yeah.
Oh, I see some words that can start a debate in chat.
I agree with them.
Just to give the people that are hateful of grandma a voice, I will pretend to not say grandma here. Pretend being the word. Either way, we're getting a really good race today. They're both in
So
the same dungeon.
I can't remember. Did both of them grab the big key?
Don't remember,
I know at least
actually.
one of them did, but I can't remember who.
I know Jay did it. It is the skull room, like the eye.
Yeah, I think Jar was in there too, so possibly.
Alright, so both of them apparently today. And
Alright.
here's another art required chest or jar.
It's a shard. Jar's 6th shard.
Very nice place to put one. We're
Yep,
gonna get another one very soon.
It's also our final non-boss shard, so...
It is. There's only one place left with a shard in the world. Well, soon to be one. And it's a place with good music.
So yeah, no big key skip for either runner today.
Just a nice old regular big key skip. My favorite.
Considering the big key wasn't too far out of the way, it's not surprising that we're not seeing that.
That's very interesting. It was pretty much straight on the way, since we did need to go do the 2 tortures just before that.
Mm-hmm.
And Golden, sorry. I misbossed you. It is time for the very original boss with no counterparts in other games whatsoever. Man, I love fighting Andros. Bongo Bongo is such a cool boss. Other Nintendo boss with 2 hands is such a nice fight.
I think I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, Mont. I know you're being sarcastic, but still.
Oh yeah, that one on Nintendo Mario 64. That's the one I was thinking of, actually. I don't know if he has a name, but I know he has 2 hands and a head. Rock. Thank you, Elijah. You guys are good for my culture. Probably more that we didn't think of. But
Probably, yeah.
whoever that was, the fight is over.
Well, that's okay, because we'll get to see it again.
Oh god, I need more names.
You should have done research beforehand, Mont.
Research? What's that?
Oh.
Checking for big key. Don't remember. Just gotta make sure that we actually grabbed it. And Jar grabbing shard number 7. Alright, here comes the interactive part of the commentary. You guys are gonna put names of bosses with 2 hands in the chat. You guys are making jokes now. Meanwhile, Jar going to Forest Haven. Knuckle Talk. Ganondorf. He does have hands.
It's true.
2 hands and a head. It counts. It counts. Oh, that's a good one, CTL. King K. Rool. He does have hands. Does have head. Vati is pretty on point, guys. Mazal. That's a good one. Meanwhile, we are going to the real Ice Ring Island. Nintendo running out of ideas decades ago. I feel like them right now. I ran out of ideas for bosses, so just recycling now. Jar almost making it, but not quite. Missing a little bit of magic there. And meanwhile, Jay running out of arrows a little, but I think that's the end of the fight. Gonna be fine.
Not yet, Zelda Wallflower. This is the winners bracket finals. So the winner of this will move on to grand finals. The loser will go to losers bracket semifinals.
Loser bracket, which is
Right?
it's a little stacked. A little stacked.
No, they'll go to loser bracket finals. That's how it goes.
Yeah, that is how it goes.
Remembering where everything is.
That's rough. It is difficult. It is the point of the tournament too. So
we're very close to the end, but after this there will be 3 more races, possibly 4, depending on how grand final.
yeah, there is another one coming later this week on Wednesday at 15 EST, 1550 for the wrist stream actually. Gobbity Bobbity versus Gymnast 86. Gonna be pretty intense.
Yeah, that was gonna be fun to watch.
And Jar now opening the chest that has the last Master Sword for him. Still very close here today. Jay has to make a stop to Island of Steel and go to Ice Ring 2 after that.
He's also a shard behind, but I think that's waiting for him in the mailbox.
I think so too, yes.
So it's still close. I would give Jar the little, very slight advantage, but
There's a slight edge, but either way, whoever wins this one, I think people in losers brackets are a bit scared.
yeah.
Whoever comes down, it's not gonna be an easy fight.
Definitely not.
Well, look at that. That's a nice little bomb island here.
Yep, I believe Jar will be heading into his final dungeon now.
Yep, it is
the only things he's missing is the light arrows and the shard from the boss.
We're gonna need to do a little pit stop inside of the dungeon.
Yes,
Maybe
thank you,
grab
Woofer, for sharing that command.
Yep, the bracket is all there. You can see all the results of this tournament, including what came before. So if you want to take a deep dive into how we got here, you can do it.
All of the Wind Waker randomizer spoiler log lore.
There's a lot of lore there in there. Like
it's a very interesting story.
It all started with the creation of the rando and of the spoiler log itself. And there's the second coming of Lago and quite a few things. And yes, pop time is in the lore.
That came with the return of Woofer.
Yeah, the revenge of Woofer. Ah yes, feed me. Pop times. There's a cooldown on the bot, sadly. But,
Jay is now at Ice Ring. I'm gonna grab his last sword.
Ice Ring, which looks a little cozier on the inside. Plenty of magic to make it to the mouth. We're fine, we're fine. Dunzi has the right idea right there. If pop time is not available, just post your own dogs. Ah, walls.
Yes, Crane. Beautiful.
We're starting a religion tonight. The religion of Rando. The Church of Randology. Oh, Jar using the oak shot instead of the boots. Not quite the right button. And Jay grabbing the final master sword. So it's all about getting that last shard before getting in the dungeon with Jar.
Yes. So right now we're gonna see what we talked about a lot earlier in this seed, with Jarhead skipping Wind God's aria. He'll be
Wow, that was a
doing
while
a trick
ago.
here. He'll be doing a trick here.
It is kind of
Before
cute.
that.
There's many tricks for this one, but this one seems to be considered the easiest one. Nice little bomb drop storage, followed by a lot of ignoring walls. I swear, opening chests is probably the hardest thing in this game.
It's so difficult.
Apparently, there are walls in this game, yes. I have been told by reputable sources, aka my uncle that works for Nintendo, because we all have one of those,
Yes.
that there is, in fact, walls in this one. Start taking the time to avoid out there. I'm pretty sure that if we could reach the ceiling, even that wouldn't be like solid. This is just Wind Waker.
These dark nuts are not being kind to Jar here.
I can give you that information. There's a small key in the Jar sword.
It had the key, so he does need that for getting through the dungeon.
There's another one somewhere, but it's a bit more out of the way.
I don't remember.
There we go. That's some light arrows right there. So we only need to finish the dungeon now for Jarhead. Not even an hour into this seed. Both our runners giving their hull going very fast today. And yes, that is the go mode. We have been in no mode for a while, like before the seed.
I've been in no mode for about 2 hours now.
When the log drops, you know. So,
a little less than 2 hours, I suppose.
seems like we're going for this chest again. Yes, there's still a bit of suspense left. They're both in the same dungeon, pretty close to each other's. And we're coming up to what potentially the hardest parts of the race, actually. Like the end game is where there's the hardest bus in the game, so you never know how that one is gonna go.
Anything can happen, yeah.
Like, no matter how good you get at Puppet Ganon, there's gonna be a day where you feel like you don't have it. And yes, Person Grandma is also very, very strong. The Moblins also. The Moblins probably have the best AI in the game, actually. They can block. They can block. And Jake grabbing the small key there. Gonna do when Godzilla skip.
Enlisting the help of Makar.
Makar, play your song.
And Jar made it to the boss.
Yeah, gonna phase through the corner of that door, and there we go.
Not
Are we
opening
gonna
the
see
pot,
this?
Not.
Are we gonna see this interesting news thread I've seen
You
pop
know,
out on the Discord?
It's possible. I know that both Jar and Jay have tried it. At least I'm pretty sure Jay has. I know Jar did.
But I don't see bombs equipped for
Nope.
Jar, so
Not happening on Jar's side. It is a very interesting trick, but it is a difficult
incredibly
one.
hard. Incredibly hard. Seriously.
Yeah. If either were to go for it, it would be a one try, and if not, just go for it, because there's
Especially in
no
the
point
tournament
in
race.
trying. Yeah.
Eventually, someone is gonna do it, and then everyone is gonna have to. That's
Someone
the
will
scary
get
part.
good at it, yeah.
That's the scary part of of tricks like that. Eventually, someone is gonna just do it. Things are going well on Jar's side. Meanwhile, Jay going for this chest here.
Storing
And
a
get
different
storage there.
chest. Interesting.
It makes it so he skips having to watch a cutscene for the great opening. I think that's why he's going for that one.
Yeah. Jar missing the snipe there on Mulgara.
Happens to the
Gonna
best of us.
Have to wait for her to come up and hopefully target her, not her kids, but he does so.
With
And
enough
she's
rolling, everything is possible.
True. And Jay's in the bottom now as well, also in go mode, so he will be able to clip down there.
Using our friend the Piat to back into the door. Not a bad way to do it. Alright, there's a shard in front of a jumping Jar, and waiting to be grabbed. Meanwhile, Jay getting into the basement. Time to do a little side up and start climbing the room. And the Triforce is now complete for Jarhead.
Yep, Jar will now be able to head to Hyrule. Jay only a Mulgara behind.
Final destination. Time to head to Hyrule.
Jay grabbing magic from the grass.
Not a bad idea considering that he doesn't have soup. Yes, jwiste is also gonna have to grab a Triforce shard on the way out of the dungeon.
Yes, but that should be in the mail, which there is a mailbox on the island he's at right now. He will have to go through some other mail though, I believe, which will set him back a little bit.
He's missing the one from Note to Mom, we believe.
Yes.
But as we said, there's a mailbox straight on the island. That's a convenient thing about in Wind Waker. Like, mail just follows you around the world somehow.
Yeah, it's
don't ask me how. It knows the mailbox knows who you are.
Those Rito mailmen, they're tracking you.
They have some special magic, and I'm not just talking about the fact that they can fly.
And Jay is now in Mulgara while Jar is breaking the barrier.
Oh man, a barrier skip. You love me, skips. And yes, time for some good music on Jay's side. We have his audio, so enjoy it while it lasts. It's time for the barrage of cat gems.
That is one of my favorite emotes.
It's very nice. I messed up.
Way to go, Mons.
I messed up. There we go. I'm very bad at jamming. But meanwhile, oh, Jay almost getting the double snipe there. I was really close. I saw the hitbox. Well, Jar in Trials room. Thankfully, we are in random. We do not have the set. We have the setting on that makes it so we don't have to do the boss rematches.
Thankfully, yeah.
Now, time for the worst room in the game. Okay, the mini blend room. Can't even use the door normally. Trial skip. Like how you're thinking.
And Jay takes down Mogera.
Yeah, the music is down too.
Aw.
That's a shame. Also, Phantom Ganon doing a small cameo appearance.
Yes, his only appearance this seed.
We saw him for a whole 3 seconds. I think it's funny how if you have the light arrows on Forsaken Fortress and you shoot them at Phantom Ganon there, he just dodges them. So it just proves that in Ganon's tower, he just gave up. He's letting you do it. To be fair, Crane, he was a ghost, so he's kind of good at it. He has some prior experience. Oh, and look at that. Jay going through mail, getting a piece of art. Almost saying yes to Tingle there.
Jar gets his first shot on Puppet Ganon.
Yeah, and Jay gets a bottle. Then realizes that the time of day was never changed in the right way for Notimum to activate.
There's shot 2 for Jar.
And Jay getting the last piece of the Triforce.
Jay can now go to Hyrule.
Yeah. Jarhead drinking some soup.
Yeah, the nice thing about having soup on Puppet Ganon is that you can fire as many times as you want and not have to worry about it.
Except
unfortunately, Jar got a spin.
It's very rare to see him get a spin, but it does happen. It has been proved. And there we go. We're not gonna go for another one. It's the end of Puppet Ganon 1. Prefer not missing? Nah.
I think we all do, Elijah.
I mean, once in a while, you gotta like see the spin to appreciate how good having a spin is.
That is true.
Also, if you don't get a spin, you don't get the sweet satisfaction of sniping a spinning Ganon. Alright. And going for double crypt like it's nothing. We're not even impressed at this point, we're just like,
you know, it happens.
You're magic man. Meanwhile, talking about magic, the barrier is being broken on Jay's side. Oh, Jarhead going for the bomb strats. Not a bad idea.
One of my favorite strats.
Yeah, because it involves just exploding. Love it too. Almost getting the trog shot there, sadly. He does do the magic sometimes.
I mean, you're not wrong, Elijah.
Literally, in a nutshell, commentating with Randomizer is just when they pull out the magic wand, some shit happens.
I would not be surprised to see a double crypt from Jay as well. So
we saw some crazy stuff from Jay in Puppet Ganon fights before.
yeah,
Jar
yeah.
out on the rope, getting higher. There we go. And
I
now in the trial room.
I think in Jay's last race, he actually got the double crypt and a trog shot. Ooh, Jar getting a very small jump there.
That rope climb, especially at the end there, dreamy.
And grapple skip.
Yeah, grapple skip, followed by
And pog slide.
He's just saying no to wasting time, apparently. Also, Person Ganon is gonna be very fast considering that we have Sue.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Ganon just disappearing in front of her eyes. Alright. Things are looking almost over for Jarhead. As long as something doesn't, something insane doesn't happen, should be fine. Is Zelda gonna miss like 70 times? Apparently not.
And there's the end for Jar.
Yeah, with an official time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 5 seconds. Should have waited 6 more. But GG to Jar, which finished the race in first place. And is gonna wait for the winner of Losers Bracket to come back up and challenge him.
Yeah, and we have a stacked Losers Bracket right now.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll see Gymnast 86 versus Gobbity Bobbity, who are both insane runners.
Yeah, very, very good.
So that'll be a good one to look out for. And then afterwards, whoever wins that will face jwiste, who, as you've seen today, is a really good runner as well.
Yeah,
from there we'll be on to grand finals. So we're coming close to an end, but it's definitely something to keep your eye on because wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not used to a tournament actually not taking too much time. I love it.
True.
Well, we had some pretty intense ones, like
sub 4 months. It's a world record. Yeah.
Sub 4 months world record. It is quite different from the legendary spring/summer/winter/fall/ I don't know anymore tournament.
Hello, Jarhead. Welcome in.
Hello.
GG's
How are
to
you?
Not bad.
How are you feeling about your execution and your route?
Largely execution was fine. The only real thing with the route, I think, was at the beginning. I forgot to get Leaf after the first Windfall trip. Thankfully, it didn't actually make much of a difference because I could just move it a little bit later. But that really threw me off. It's like, oh god.
It ended up being not so bad, but there is something very terrible that you've done, Jar. Should have waited 6 more seconds. Come on, dude.
Wait, what?
The 1:11:11. Come on.
Oh, sorry, I don't watch my timer.
We were so close to perfection.
Sorry.
That was a very nice race overall. Nice to see you, even in winners finals, save Grandma.
She must be saved at all costs.
Meanwhile, Jay about to be done with Puppet Ganon here. Phase 3, just starting.
So there's more of a difference here than I thought there'd be. Damn.
Yeah, you guys were actually pretty close. I think
very
Um,
close until I wouldn't say recently, but basically there was a few differences in how you routed. Like at the end, Jay had to go through a lot of mail to get his last piece of the Triforce from Note to Mon.
mhm.
Yeah. I didn't think about mailing Notamon earlier until like I got to the end. I was just like, oh damn, where's like a good place that I could mail this? And I was just like, wait, I can get it way earlier and do it right then.
Just realized something very important. We never talked about if the scene number was prime or not. Shit.
I didn't even look
Okay.
at the seed number. I'm
Let's
failing,
see.
guys.
Prime.
It can't be
number
prime.
calculator.
Oh no, it ends in 5, so it's definitely not.
Oh yeah,
prime.
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Perfect. Meanwhile, Jake climbing up the rope has to not fall because no magic left in the magic meter.
Oh jeez. It's always like super freaking spooky.
Just not having magic is just so weird.
Yeah.
Going for the old way of climbing up, I respect that with no magic.
40. Okay, so 47.5k. Damn. Oh my. Why do you guys bet so overwhelmingly on me? Jesus. I didn't even feel that good about this. Oh, whatever.
Oh
you guys
man,
are gonna gamble on whatever you're gonna gamble on. So the only part of the seed that I was really like, that like felt really weird in like a routing sense to me, I think, was where Wind Temple was.
it was a bit of a walk. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it was super weird. The worst part of it was just that the chest that I wanted to store had the small key in it, because I wanted to store that chest and then just hook shot straight through. But I don't know.
A shame.
Yeah.
A little difference between you and Jay actually. Jay grabbed Wind God's Aria to.
Oh,
to do
did he?
that.
I actually considered it during the routing phase, and I hadn't really quite decided what I wanted to do in Wind Temple yet. But then I forgot Leaf, so I couldn't really get it.
Fair enough.
My decision was made for me. Oh, hey, GG.
Did-
Oh, hello,
What-
Jay.
GG.
Or am I not finished on ZSR yet? My bad.
Oh. No, you
And-
hadn't.
Jay
GG's
finishes.
We joined us 10 seconds ago. GG's to you, Jay.
Yes, GG's, Jay.
Oh,
With a
goodness.
actual time of 1:16:52. Send your
Question for
GG's to Jay.
Jar. So I had the restream up and down, because I
Uh-huh.
just peek it when I'm at like boss cutscenes,
Mm.
Did you decide not to get Wind God's Aria because you didn't look, or because you thought it was slower?
Okay, there's a few reasons. One, the main one was I thought it'd be slower in the first place, but then I hadn't decided whether or not I wanted to anyways. I saw it was there, and I considered grabbing it, and then I was just like, I don't really know what I want to do. And then I forgot to grab Leaf before I went to FF, so my decision was kind of made
Oh.
for me on that front. Thankfully, it didn't actually affect my route at all because I didn't have to use Leaf until like a little bit later, and I had another Windfall trip that I needed to just do anyways, like just taking delivery bag back to get the town flower first. So I just
So
did it then.
if you didn't have Leaf, then I'm assuming you super swam from Mother and Child.
There was there was a few differences in your routing at the beginning. You guys kind of did the reverse of each other's. Like, one of you started at one place, the other one at the other one, and then you kind of met really at the point where you guys were the closest was in Goma, basically.
Did we high five a lot?
In that dungeon, yes.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that like didn't really matter how you routed it. Like in
Yeah.
a sense, it didn't matter which order.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys both did a really good job routing this one.
I found it super hard to like optimally route the beginning.
It
Yeah,
was.
the beginning was super weird. Like in the earlier version, or like an earlier route that I was like thinking up while trying to figure out what to do at the beginning. I actually routed in a Mother and Child Super Swim to Western Ferry to get delivery bag for the first Windfall trip. but I don't remember why I decided not to do that. I think it was just because I didn't want to have to do any weird stuff to actually get into FF. I just wanted to just go straight in.
Also, I see a few people in the chat considering watching some old matches from the tournament. Not a bad. There's a good way to do it. Woofer ZFG posted a link to the playlist on the YouTube page of ZSR. All of them are there. So, if you want to deep dive into the Wind Waker, might be the place to start.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys. That was a really nice race. You guys like met up in a few dungeons. It was kind of amazing to see. And it's not over for either of you. That's the beauty of winners bracket.
Yeah.
Yep.
The last winners bracket match.
Yep, it is. That was the last
The
time
next
in the
step is just-
tournament where you could say that both runners would not get. It wasn't the end for both runners, so it's
Yeah.
kind of insane.
Yep. So Jarhead's gonna get a little bit of a break here. Jay will have a break at least through tomorrow, where he will find out who his next opponent is. From
Yeah,
that
because the
race.
match between Gymnast 86 and Gobbity Bobbity is taking place tomorrow at 15 EST, so don't miss that. Should be a good one too.
Yeah.
So Jay, how do you feel about that match? Who do you think you're gonna see in losers brackets final?
I mean, really, it could be either one of them. It depends on how they play.
Yeah, honestly,
And, like everything's so tight with the last four of us that are in.
Yeah.
Anybody can beat
I-
anybody, really.
I just realized that, but today we had Battle of the J's, and tomorrow we have Battle of the G's. And then we're gonna mix it up. Should be fun. I hope you guys are all gonna be there for that one tomorrow because it's sure is gonna be a great one. Do any of our runners have a last word? Maybe.
I kind of want to ask how you did DRC.
Oh.
So I forgot that I didn't have bombs or fire arrows, so I should have stored the chest in I should have stored the chest that's across the alcove, whatever it's called, you know. But
The water jugs one.
yes.
Okay.
And then I should have brought that one back up to go backwards with.
Mm.
But I stored pot room and then went backwards and then went forwards. Kind of.
Mm.
I shot down the platform. I had bow.
Yeah, I did too. I did grab. I got bombs before I went to there because I just really wanted to make sure I had them for that, that exact reason of being able to go backwards without having to store a chest. And I also shot the platform and got boarded up chest to get a key. And then I went back and I actually just went completely all the way back around, all the way back down.
Boarded up
through
chest.
Yeah,
You
it was
had-
quite interesting.
yeah,
to
that's what-
see.
I think that's what I did. No, I went forward and then flew across the hub room
Mm,
back to yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you,
Yeah, I
you
went
guys
like.
d-
There was one really weird thing. No, it was just me forgetting that I needed storage to get that. Oh, my FF, I had to wait for the cannons to shoot it down, and that took forever. I remember
Yeah,
why I
that
don't
was-
do that.
Yeah, something I've learned that you kind of want to sit a bit away from it, you don't want to get right up against the wall. For some reason,
Mhm.
that way they end up shooting it down better usually.
yeah, they're confused. It's like they don't want to break their own things. It's quite weird.
I wonder
And
why.
then Also, after I save warped, my wind changed. I do not know why. It might have something to do with me getting Wind God's Aria, but I honestly have no idea why it changed. Because it
That's
was
weird.
northwest, but then I save warped and it was northeast. I was like, I have to play Wind's Requiem, I guess.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, it was nice to see it for once.
I know that I've had a similar encounter when doing I know that if you play or if you get the check that's on Stone Tablet, or not Stone Tablet, the Wind Shrine, it'll force the wind east.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I think it's something
knew
about the
about
cutscene. Like in the
Yeah, probably.
cutscene, there's a wind direction change or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, that's interesting. I never knew about that actually.
It was pretty
Yeah.
interesting to see you guys route the RC so differently, but finishing at about the same place. You guys are even like the chest that you stored to get into the Goma fight was a different one. I was like, oh man, if Jay actually entered the fight from the right, that would have been like synchronized.
Was there something
Uh,
in the chest? I didn't check.
It was a heart container, and I only decided to get that one because at the time I was like, he was doing the low health animation, and I was just like, like I actually died in a practice seat. I was just like, okay, let's just play it a little safe here.
Yeah, I got a heart container too, but I got it from the pot room
yeah, the popcorn.
because
What?
I
it was-
didn't know if I like needed that chest real quick, so I just real quick avoided out to like not not like hard lock the seed.
Mm.
Yeah, Jay, you could have went for the 5 arts.
Didn't I do that in one seed?
Maybe. I don't know.
One day.
Aren't you saying that I was like a serial killer because of it?
Oh man, maybe.
I had 5
Maybe.
hearts, and I was like,
Hmm.
God.
But yeah, it was very nice to see you guys like route the RC so differently, but finishing it pretty much exactly the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for running. You guys can go follow both of runners because they do some awesome stuff. You can also go follow our 2 trackers for today, Stella Cat 123 and Woo for ZFG. Thank you guys for tracking for us. You can also go
Yes.
follow my co-commentator Melon. Thank you, Melon.
Yes, and of course, everyone go follow Mont.
Oh shit. Yeah, that was a really, really fun evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming, and don't forget, there's another one tomorrow. It's gonna be amazing. Battle of the G's.
Yes, gonna be a lot of fun.
Take it away, ADM.
Hell yeah! Thank you, Mon, for handling most of the outro.
I always
The
forget
match
that only two.
no worries. The match tomorrow is gonna start at 3:50 p.m. Gobbly Bobbly versus Gymnast, but you all know that. And I will go ahead and send you guys off to ZSR2. They're doing an OOT item randomizer. It looks like it's Ryu Kane versus Zoopal. And thanks so much. Hope to see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Au revoir.